Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. Well, that's not anywhere near the best deal that guy could have received. Um, I'm not sure if he's aware of what's going to happen. Even if he got 1 month, um, pleading guilty for drug trafficking makes him an aggravated felon, period. Okay, and he's 60. That means he's going to go to jail for 37 months, and it's federal, which means it's likely going to be 37 months. And then he's going to be put into immigration detention, and then he's going to be deported back to his country, which who knows how long it's been since he's been there. Now, I understand that you're saying that the prosecutor would only offer a plea and no minimum and so forth. But I strongly suspect he didn't have any immigration counsel with him, that he didn't run this by an immigration attorney. The mere fact that it is drug trafficking without even a day of a sentence makes him an aggravated felon. So in this particular case, they may be more interested in the 37 months rather than the drug trafficking, okay? And he can get 37 months with a related crime that does not make him an aggravated felon, but satisfies the federal courts and the prosecutors to make him serve his time. And in that case, everybody wins, because then, if he were to have pled to some related crime, not drug trafficking, and served his time, he would have still had to go to removal proceedings at the end. But then he may, not being an aggravated felon, he may qualify for cancellation of removal for lawful permanent residence, or he may qualify for other forms of relief which are not available to him now. As of now, I understand that you're saying he's a lawful permanent resident. I once had a similar case, and I delved into the history of the resident only to find out that he had a derivative citizenship claim, where he actually should have been a U.S. citizen based on various factors, and I got the case terminated, applied for a U.S. passport, and now he's a U.S. citizen. Those cases are not real often, but when something like this, where they just absolutely plead to something making them an aggravated felon, I will inquire as to whether there are any types of those possibilities of derivative citizenship. There may also be other forms of relief, but he has closed a lot of them off. What this does is this, reinforces, even if it ends up that this was the only thing he could possibly plead to, um, if he had spoken to an immigration attorney, at least there might have been something else on the table. There might have been something the prosecutor was willing to do, not really to help this guy, but to still get what they want and to make it so the plea would go through. Okay, because I have to think, if he got 37 months pleading guilty, what would have he gotten for this type of crime if he didn't plead and went to trial? The prosecutor wouldn't have wanted to go through all the time and expense and headache of doing a trial with the jury and all that. So I can't suspect that if he didn't plead guilty, that the time in jail would have been much more. But there may still be hope for him, depending on other facts, as I've said. Okay?